Good morning, children. Myself name P.S. Tiwari from LP Savani Vidya Bhavan. We will continue with the subject OC, Organization of Commerce. Let's start. Children, today we will start with the chapter number 3, that is planning. The weightage of the chapter is 7 marks. From this chapter, in your board examination, they will ask 5 marks question. So we have to learn this in detail. Here is the glance point, whatever we will discuss right now, that is introduction, definition, concept, characteristic, importance and limitation. Children, please focus on definition. It will ask for 1 mark, characteristic, importance and limitation for 3 marks. Fine. Let's see in detail. Children, on your screen you look after the introduction. See, business is an economic activity which has the motive of earning profit while you are doing business. Over there, in return you are expecting profit. Then planning is forecasting the future in present. Planning is the work which we are supposed to forecast in present but for future analysis. Then planning is a universal process. Planning is everywhere. You can see that planning is everywhere. Regular routine, business activity, or randomly you can see anywhere. It is already present. Here is the example. Where are the planning present? Political, religious, social institutes. Planning is required in every field. Fine. This is your first characteristic and importance, that planning is universal. That means planning is everywhere. Business enterprise has to collect complete information of various activity to be performed well in advance and consider matters like who will do, what type of work, how, when and what has to be extent. According to the same, planning is the performance which is accepted universally and the process is accepted in all kind of field. Whether it is a battlefield, a playground, a business unit, a political institute, religious institute, social institute, planning is required in all kind of field. Now children, on your screen you can look after the definition, that is according to Bill Coates, task of planning choosing. Task of planning choosing. Actually 4 or 5 different management author has given a different kind of definition, but according to the 1 marks answer you will refer this one. It will be okay according to your board examination. But if I am talking about your textual content, according to George R. Terry, he is saying that function of planning means assumption for result, policy to follow function, stages and to decide the method to be followed. That means planning is an intellectual process to achieve goal. Planning we are doing in present for future. That means this is the intellectual process to achieve some goal. So whatever I have reflected on your screen, if you will learn this one also, task of planning is choosing, this will be okay for 1 marks, 2 marks answer according to your board examination. Might be they will ask about the according to whom, so you have to learn about the author name, that is Bill Coates. Yes children, now you can see the concept on your screen. Planning is a collect information for the activity to be undertaken in business. Consider them in advance and plan out how to do this activity. That means planning is the only thing which you are doing in present for your future plan, and you should plan accordingly. Yes children, now you are looking at the characteristic of planning. This is the important one according to this chapter, that is planning. The first is, actually 11 kind of characteristics are there. First, universal process. Second, primary function. Third, list of alternatives. Fourth, concern with future. Fifth, continuous process. Sixth, conscious and mental process. 7, flexibility. 8, objective oriented. 9th, required decision process. 10, precise. And 11th, forecasting is essential. Now children, this we will do in detail. Let's start with the same. First one, universal process. That means it is a present in everywhere, field like business, politics, education, religion or a social field. It is present in any kind of field, business, political, education, religion and social field. Second one, primary function. That means management start with planning and other function of management like organization, staffing, direction, controlling are implemented on the basis of planning. So you can say that planning is the primary function. Then the third one, conscious and mental process. Planning is a conscious and mental process because in planning decisions are taken consciously and on the basis of calculating assumption. Planning is a conscious and mental process because in the planning you are taking the decision according to the conscious and the basis of the calculation of assumption which you are doing in advance. Then the fourth one, that is flexibility. Business enterprise is affected by external factor, therefore necessary changes should be made in planning as per circumstances and situation. You can say that flexibility is all about changes according to the external factor or the internal factor. If you are supposed to face man-made disaster or natural disaster, over there you are supposed to ready with your alternate plan. So planning is a flexible according to nature. Then flexibility is the precondition for planning. This is the precondition. You know that anything will happen in future. Planning is depending upon future and in future anything will happen because future is uncertain. Then planning is not a static element. Planning is not a static element. That means it is not a stuck with the plan whichever you have decided for the running year, for the running session. Whatever you have decided, that is not for sure. It will happen in future. It may change because of any circumstances. So you can prepare with the flexibility, that means alternative plan. Then fifth one, precise. The matters considered for planning are to be studied exactly. The matter considered for planning are to be studied exactly. Why? Because statistical data, collected information, etc. must be perfect and precise. See, whatever information you are getting for doing the planning, it should be precise. Because at a time you should plan more than 3 plan you are supposed to do. Fine. According to the man-made disaster, according to the natural disaster, at the time of profit, at the time of loss, at the time of break-even point, that is no profit, no loss. Any situation if you are supposed to face, easily, flexibly, you can change your plan. So your plan should be precise. Then the sixth one, forecasting is essential. Why is it essential? Forecasting is done by considering future uncertainties while making a plan for a business unit. Meanwhile, forecasting is required. Forecasting is all about the analysis, and analysis it is essential because of analysis only you can plan your future. Without that, you are worthless. Then, therefore, planning and forecasting are considered as the first function of management. Planning and forecasting are considered as a first function of management. Then the seventh one, list of alternatives. List of alternatives, meanwhile, planning including various alternatives. Planning including, right now I have told you guys, at the time of natural disaster, man-made disaster, profit situation, loss situation, break-even point situation, you can face any of the situation. But according to the circumstances, your plan should be ready. So, planning is a list of alternative. Example, there can be many alternatives to be increase the sales in the future, like increasing advertisement, reduction in the prices, training to salesmen, or declaration of attractive offers to increase the sales, etc. So, here I have given the example of only future plan related with sale, related with advertisement, increasing the pricing, train to your salesman, declaration of attractive offer in front of your customer, etc. So, there is a plan related with the sale alternatively. So, select of the best alternative out of it. It is be done according to the list of alternative which is included under the characteristic of planning. Then eighth one, concerned with future. Concerned with future, meanwhile, planning is related with the future because it is evaluating future at present and accordingly making arrangement for the same. It is concerned with the future, you are doing in the present, but at present you are doing according to the arrangement of future only. So you should analyze the same. Then the ninth one, continuous process. Planning is the process which begins with the establishment of organization and continues till the end. That means planning, when you are starting up your business, when you are establishing your business, at that time you are accepting the planning and it will continue till the end of the session. That means it will continually run up throughout the session as per the time and circumstances even. Then the plan are also required to be changed. If you are supposed to face any problem from your begin till the end, according to the circumstances, if you will face any kind of problem, so over there you are supposed to be have a list of alternatives which is concerned with the future, and according to that continuous process should be resulted. Then 10th, objective oriented activity. Accomplishment of objective depend upon planning of target. Management decides future target as per the objective of business. That means whatever is your objective, you should be oriented with the help of activity, that this is my activity, this is my objective, what I will perform in my whole session to accomplish my objective. Then 11th one, requires decision process. Meanwhile, various alternatives are considered and assumptions are made, and the decision is taken to select the best alternative. That means you can provide alternative option in front of the business holder, but they can select according to the best alternative which is useful to run their business for long time. Thus, decision making process is necessary in planning. According to the 11th point, thus decision making process is necessary for planning. So children, we have done with the characteristic of planning, which is universal process, primary function, conscious and mental process, flexibility, precise, forecasting is essential, list of alternatives, concern with future, continuous process, objective oriented activity, and require the decision process. Yes children, now on your screen you can look after the importance of planning. That is 9 importance are there. Even it will ask for your 3 marks question in your board examination. Now first is activity in systematic manner. Second, avoid wastage. Third, reduces uncertainty. Fourth, useful for achievement objectives. Fifth, smoothness in other managerial function. Sixth, employee cooperation. Seventh, effective control. Eighth, coordinates various activity. Ninth, leads to precision, that means accuracy and correctness. Now we will discuss this in detail. See children, I have already highlighted the point in importance. That means your planning should be systematic manner. Whatever activity you are planning for, it should be in a systematic manner. That means top, middle, bottom, or your coordination between the different department in middle level of management, it should be reflected a systematic manner. That centralized, you can say centralized authority. Then second one, avoid wastage. While you are planning in a systematic manner, while you are facing loss, while you are facing profit, while you are facing break even point, and at any circumstances, at any situation, you can avoid the wastage by switching up your plan, by accepting the flexibility, by choosing the alternative which is present in front of you. So you can switch your plan and you can avoid the wastage. So planning is useful for the same. Then the third one, reduce uncertainty. That means whatever uncertainty will face in future, there is a situation according to the alternate option which is available in front of us, we can switch our plan. And over there, if we are supposed to face any uncertainty, it will reduce because of the planning. You can correlate first, second and third point by merging. That means according to the systematic manner, you can avoid your wastage and at the same time you can reduce your uncertainty after accepting the planning alternatively. Then the fourth one, useful for achievement objectives. That means for achieving objective, if you are having a planning, so it should be easy to get your goal accomplished. Then fifth one, smoothness in other managerial function. Meanwhile you are having managerial function post-com. If your planning is good and alternatively you are having a planning option, so after accepting the planning smoothly, you can perform other managerial function, that is organizing, staffing, controlling, directing, reporting, budgeting, etc. These are the other managerial function which smoothly you can use according to the planning. Then sixth one, employee cooperation. If your planning is good and alternatively you are accepting, if you are facing any kind of uncertainty in future, you are not stopping up your business, you are running the same by choosing the other option. So it will help to your employee and it will continue your business. It will reflect the continuity of your business. Now, employee cooperation, that means in planning, if your plan is good, your atmosphere is good, you are reflecting the formal and informal activity both in your business. Over there, your employee cooperation you can observe and they will give the best. Then the seventh one, effective control. If you are having alternative option, if you are performing according to the plan, so if you are facing any problem in future, on this spot, according to the situation, effectively you can control the situation and you can switch your plan and you can perform accordingly. Then eighth one, coordinates various activity. Because of the planning, you can coordinate with other activity. Even suppose I'm just giving an example of middle level of management. If you are facing problem in marketing, fine, so the sales department, production department, budgeting department, finance department, they all are supposed to be correlate with the marketing department. So because of the planning, you can correlate with the all other activity which are available in your business. Then leads to prescience, that means accuracy and correctness. If you are accepting the planning, so you can see the accuracy and the correctness will go on smoothly. And if you are facing any problem, so you can switch the plan. If your circumstances is not good, fine. So it is depending upon the statistical graph, but over there, because of the accuracy and the correctness, you can reflect a better planning and you can achieve a better objective. Now children, you can see the limitation of planning. That means I have already told you guys, there is a two sides of any coin. If you are supposed to face the advantages, importance, characteristic, etc., at the same time you are supposed to face some of the limitation for the same point. So here are the point. First, uncertain future. Second, expensive process. Third, time consuming. Fourth, uncertainty of external factors. Fifth, incomplete information. Sixth, planning is irrelevant. Seventh, restriction on employees' creativity. Eighth, trends towards rigidity. Ninth, use of faulty method. So children, let's study this in detail. The first one, uncertain future. Planning, whichever we are planning in present, that is depending for future. We are planning for future. The future is uncertain. So over there, whatever you are planning, it is uncertain. Might be you will follow, may you are not supposed to be follow. So this is the limitation. Second, expensive process. I have told you guys, at a time you are supposed to keep alternative option according to the circumstances. So if you are making alternative option, if you are making alternative choices in front of your business to run your business, so it will spend a lots of expense. Fine, over there if you will spend a lots of expense, so we can say that this is the expensive process. Planning is the expensive process because you should spend for more option. Fine. Then the third one, time consuming. See, while we are preparing for one plan, it will take for business I'm talking about, it will take 15 to 1 month, 15 days to 1 month. If we are preparing alternative option according to the different circumstances, so but obviously it will take more than 1 month. So that means this is the time consuming. Planning is the time consuming. Then the fourth one, uncertainty of external factor. That means internal factor is there in our hand, that is man-made factor. But external factor, natural disaster or the market demand, the future, our customers' demand, that is we don't know. We are supplying the goods according to the demand of the customer. But we don't know about the external factor, which is totally uncertain, we are not supposed to assume in an appropriate way. Exactly, accuracy, correctness we are not supposed to reflect for external factor. So we can say that this is the limitation of planning. Then the fifth one, incomplete information. See, while you are planning and your planning is but obvious 100%, it is not true. So that means might be you are not getting a proper information. You have started up the business, you have gathered the information, you have analyzed the same with the help of statistical tool, but over there might be something will happen because of incomplete information. Nobody is God in this world. They are not supposed to predict a confirmed thing for future. So whatever information you are gathering, that is depending upon the past, but you are preparing for the future, you are experimenting in the future, you are experimenting in present, and you are fulfilling the expectation of future. That means without a complete information you are helpless. So if you will gather information, but over there if you will get incomplete information regarding any of the thing, so this will considered under the limitation of planning. Then the sixth one, planning is irrelevant. That means planning is irrelevant, is immature. Irrelevant, that means immature. This is not mature. Whatever you have planned, that will be happen in future. You are not supposed to give the assurity for the same. That means planning is irrelevant, planning is immature. Then seventh one, restriction on employees' creativity. See, if our employee is creative, they want to reflect their own ability, their own idea, we are not supposed to allow them because of the 8th point, 10 towards the rigidity. We are stuck with the plan which is given by our top authority. Whatever they have instructed us, whatever they have given us the direction, and whatever they have given us the target, we are rigid with the same. And 8th point, we are rigid with the same, and because of the same 7th point, we are supposed to restrict it to our employee to reflect their creativity. Fine, might be they are more talented as compared with us, but we are not allowing them to show their talent because we are abide by the rules and regulation. That means 7th and 8th point, at a time you can give the amalgamation of the both point, that these both are the limitation of the plan. Then the 9th one, use of faulty method. Sometime we don't know about whatever we have accepted for our business, whatever plan we have accepted for our business, might be it is a faulty method. We don't know about the market, we are not aware about the information, might be we are not having a complete information, etc. We are not aware of external factor, anything will happen, but at the same time we are accepting the faulty method to run our business, which is worthless. By that we are not supposed to get our goal accomplished. So these are the limitation of planning. Again repeating the all points: certain, uncertain future; second, expensive process; third, time consuming; fourth, uncertainty of external factor; fifth, incomplete information; sixth, planning is irrelevant; seventh, restriction on employees' creativity; eighth, tends towards rigidity; ninth, use of faulty method. So children, we have completed with the points of planning, that is introduction, definition, concept, characteristic, importance and limitation of planning, which is useful according to your board exam. The weightage of the chapter is 7 marks. Again repeating, 5 marks question will ask from this chapter. So learn according to the marks which I have already reflected on your screen. Yes children, thank you for the day. Here myself, Dimpy S. Tiwari. Thank you for the day.